Good afternoon, folks. The Chief Meteorologist Nick Lilia here, taking a look at your tropical update for July 16th of 2019, brought to you by the good folks at Pine Belt Gutters. Always big thanks to them for letting us, helping us out doing this, because I think it's a real asset to you folks at home, or at least that's what people tell me. Barry, hurricane, barely, hurricane. It's a terrible joke. It wasn't really much of a hurricane. Out into the Atlantic we go. We've got the Gulf of Mexico out into the Caribbean and just off the east coast of the United States, where we look for development this time of the year. As we head through the rest of July and into August, that's when we start taking a peek a little further out and through the Caribbean and out into the open Atlantic. Right now into the Gulf of Mexico, nothing really doing. We're nice and dry. Barry continues to move off to the north and flood parts of Missouri, Arkansas, Tennessee, and Kentucky, unfortunately. But for us right now, we're clearing things out, and we can take a peek out into the Caribbean. And we've got one little wave out there. It's just off to the south of Jamaica. It doesn't look too hot, but it's there. There's another wave that's actually out beyond that, just outside of the Greater and Lesser Antilles, and yet another wave coming off the coast of Africa. There it is. Coming off the coast of Africa right here as we head through the next couple of days. So the tropics heating up, the MJO is floating over the top of us, so this is pretty standard. It's par for the course. The good news is within the modeling, we don't see a whole lot of development, even though we do have a lot of waves out there, until we get toward the very, very end where things get a little interesting. Okay, so this is what it looks like as we head through Wednesday. One wave down here, another wave kind of underneath some of the dry air in here, and then another one coming off the coast of Africa there. You can see it as we highlight the green little circle, the yellow little circle just off the coast of Africa. But outside of that, everywhere else, there's really nothing doing in the Atlantic. We got a lot of dry air out there. And in fact, here's another little piece of wave. Notice there's not much vorticity with it, not a lot of spin in the lower levels of the atmosphere, but we were able to clear out some of the dry air. We can kind of continue as we head through Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. That original wave kind of falls apart. We end up with something interesting. We get a little wave that's just off the coast of Miami, of Florida, that treks through all the dry air and gets into the Gulf of Mexico as we head through. This is about the 24th and 25th. Some of the modeling takes it up the east coast. Others takes it into the Gulf of Mexico as we head through about the 26th, 27th, and 28th. And from there, we'll kind of have to keep tabs on what that does. Keep in mind that Barry, some of the early modeling on Barry, did kind of the same thing from the opposite direction. Remember, Barry came down from Tennessee and Georgia, and some of it had it going out the east coast, others had it going into the Gulf of Mexico. As we got closer in time, the models kind of came in a better agreement into the Gulf of Mexico, and well, the rest is history. So with that one wave, that's something we'll keep tabs on as we head through the next couple of days to about a week. So again, there's your tropical update for July 16th of 2019, brought to you by the good folks at Pine Belt Gutters. So things looking reasonably quiet as we head through the next 7 to 10 days, but beyond that, that's where we've got to keep an eye on things.